Janice here from Advantage Aromatherapy. So this is part 2 of my Indian head massage course, and I just thought first of all I would show you how I set out my room for Indian head massage. So I have this couch in here already, and what I will do is I'll light those 3 candles on the end and dim the lights, and that just makes for a nice relaxing atmosphere. I also have a chair here. Any chair will do that has got, you know, a back on it to the mid back, and this towel comes in very important later on when you're finished with the client. You basically lift this up and you wrap it around their shoulders, and then I leave them for a couple of minutes while I get them a drink of water. I use this towel, a rolled up one, because at one point it'll be behind their neck and they'll be leaning back, and I'll be working on the face. This blanket will be used when they're sat down, it'll be used down the front of them to keep them warm, and it also kind of fastens around the back, and I usually tuck it in. If I have a lady, I tuck it into her bra there, and it keeps it securely in place. One pillow will go here for the client to lie down and lean on whilst I'm working on the back, and the other pillow is for under their feet, which is a nice warming, comforting feeling. I also have, I couldn't quite catch it in the camera, but I also have 2 baskets here. A big one for any pieces of clothes or items, a small one for, you know, jewellery, watches, rings, that type of thing. And then I have my trusted aromatherapy stand, and within it I have my cup for my essential oils. So without further ado, I shall get my model in and we shall show you a few moves. Okay, bye. Hi, so I have my model here. So like I said, this would be a really nice treat for Valentine's Day. It would be even nicer to light the candles. There we go. And I also have a nice oil blend here, which is some sweet almond oil and some patchouli essential oil and some lemon essential oil. You can always just check if your client likes the smell of it. Yeah. So I'm not going to demonstrate a whole Indian head massage here because that would take 40 to 45 minutes. I'm just going to show you a few moves that are useful. They're useful in Indian head massage, and they're useful in all types of massage. So I have my client seated. I have the blanket on the front keeping them warm, like I'd said. I have their feet on a pillow, and I have a pillow in front of them. And the client has already placed their clothing and watch in the baskets. So that's always very helpful because everything's kept in one place. So when you're doing an Indian head massage, the first thing that happens is you enter the person's aura. And the way we do that is we just come down from above. And sometimes you can feel heat here. And we come down the sides. And then we just wait here until we feel that it's accepted that we place our hands. And then you've established contact. At this point, take some of your essential oil and just firmly rub it into the client's back and neck. At this point it may also be quite nice just to put a little bit on the client's cheeks and face, and then that way that they're enjoying the aromatherapy part as well. They enjoy the smells of the blend. So the first thing I would do is just help your client to relax by just leaning gently on their shoulders all the way out to the edges, and back in again. And I do this twice. There's another nice move you can do at this point, where you just bring your forearm down the neck, across the shoulder and off. This helps to relieve tension, and again it's helping to relax the client. I would do that 6 times, but for the purposes of this video, I'm just going to do it 3 times. So then I go down the other side. And that's our introduction there. I then ask my client to lean forward onto the pillow, make themselves comfortable, while you can then work on the back. So this is an effleurage move where you start around about where the brow line would be on a lady, and you just, a good push, and you can see all the muscles moving ahead of my fingertips here. And this is effleurage. It's a nice long relaxing stroke. Now there are lots and lots and lots of moves that you can do on the back, so I'll just show you a couple to get you started, because I'm sure if you're having a nice Valentine's evening, then you don't want to spend the whole night doing a massage. So a way of getting deeper into the muscles is to just concentrate on the one side, going up the way in 3 strips, and doing that again. And also coming down. And whatever you do to one side of the body, you always do to the other side. And you have to be careful of your own body position when you're doing a massage, because you have to protect your own body as well. If you can see, my legs are a wide stance, and I'm putting my weight into each stroke. So then you would do the other side. And we never ever work on the spine, but we work to the sides of the spine. Never put pressure on the spine. And there are lots and lots of muscles in the back here, between the shoulder blade and the spine, where you can find knots and tight muscles. There are layers and layers of muscle tissue, so you can work quite deeply there. Again, you should always ask your client if the pressure is okay. Some people would maybe like it lighter, some people would maybe like it firmer. Is that pressure okay for you?
Yeah.
We're good. Another wee move on the back here is if you put your fist into, if you make your hand into a fist, you've got a C shape here on the side of your hand, and that kind of allows you to get into these deep muscles. And I'm doing 3 strips of 3 again. So it's a wee bit harder to see this side because I'm going to be blocking the view, but in just beside the spine, I'm working on the muscles. And usually you'd hold the shoulder here for support. So you could finish that section off, finish the back off with doing some more effleurage moves. And then you can ask your client to sit up. Although it wouldn't be your client in February on Valentine's Day, more likely be your significant other. Right, okay, so another wee move you can make is just working along the shoulder here. Up to the base of the skull, up the neck to the base of the skull, and down and back out along the shoulder. And again, that would be 3 strips of 3. Up to the back of the neck, down and back out to the shoulder. And the 3rd strip, in, up to the back, down and along. To deepen this move, you could do the same again, but ask your partner to lean their head on your arm. And then that allows a greater stretch to the neck, and you can go again. Okay, so I would then do that on the other side too. Once you've looked at the shoulders and you've done a wee bit of work here, you know, this is a popular move as well, just squeezing the muscles here, working out tension. Then you can start on the back of the neck. And all you're doing is just really sort of grabbing the tissue and sort of giving it a gentle squeeze, which is called a petrissage move. You can actually do this quite a few times. You'll do this 6 times, 8 times. And again, after that, I would swap sides. My hand is going on the forehead, and then I would be working on the back of the neck again. So I don't have an official camera person, but yeah, if I did, I would be trying to zoom in a wee bit more. So I hope you can see what I'm doing here well enough. So another great place to work for somebody who's a computer all day, you know, the base of the skull at the back, which we call the occipital ridge, is a site where a lot of muscles attach from the back. They go up the neck, up, and they attach here. So if you take just your 2 middle fingers, your ring finger and your 2nd finger, and just do gentle circles along that bony ridge, working from just behind the ear to the middle of the scalp, and again do this 3 times. These are called frictions, and then you would do that to the other side as well. Then taking your middle finger and your thumb, another nice move is just to work just behind the ears and just bring your finger and thumb closer together, small frictions again, closer together until they meet in the middle, and then do that with the other hand. At this point we think about coming on to the head, and again there are tons of moves we can do on the head, and I'm not going to do them all, but it's really helpful for your client to have plenty of oil in their hair, because it's going to increase their hair, it's going to make their hair condition better, it'll promote hair growth, it'll help with the shine. Obviously if you have somebody with long hair you may need more oil, but just sort of starting off here, there are a few moves you can do just to get going. I'm literally just doing little anti-clockwise circles here, using the same C-shaped fist that I used before. And then another move, which I call a ziggy-zaggy, is just literally just working up the side of the scalp with firm fingers. It's almost like you're giving the head a scratch, but there's no nails involved. Then the next set of moves are all to do with stimulating the follicles to help with hair growth. So we have a tapping move, or we can have a plucking move. Tapping. There's a karate chopping move, which isn't as it sounds. You're not hurting your client, but you're just very relaxed fingers. Again, it's helping to stimulate all the hair follicles. And then there's a raindrops move, which is just feeling the raindrops, which is nice after the harsher moves. Make sure you keep on dispersing the oil through the hair by running your fingers through it. And then we take little clumps and we just give them a slight pull all the way around the head. And again, this is just stimulating the follicles for good hair growth. So you do that all the way around. I always think it's kind of like, you know, you're searching for something. An extension to that move is where you just grab a whole load of hair and you just give it a wee tug when you get to the crown of the head. So just when you get to about here, you just give it a little lift. And that's a nice feeling. Is that a nice feeling?
Yeah, really nice.
Then for me, the main part of an Indian head massage is the actual kneading of the scalp. So strong fingers, and you're not ruffling the hair, you're actually grabbing hold of the scalp and you're doing those little frictions again. You're making small circles with your fingers. Now when I do this, I can spend a long time doing this, just covering every centimetre of the scalp all the way around. It's very relaxing, really affects your mood, how you're feeling. If you've had a busy day, you're probably going to start feeling really tired by now. So you'd work this all the way around the head, and you would do it with the other side too, all the while supporting the head with the other hand. Then if the person does get tired, they can relax a little bit into your hand while you work. So once you've done that, and again, you know, there are probably 100 other videos on here too about different moves with Indian head massage. So you don't have to go very far to find some more moves. So I'm just giving you a little introduction here. But with your rolled up towel, you can ask your client or your partner to lean back and just relax their head back against the towel. Relax right back, that's it. And again, my stance is quite firm and connected to the ground, so I can support the weight of their head. And then at this point, we're going to start working on the face. So all I'm going to do is, remember those little frictions I was telling you about, the small circles? Well, just with my middle finger, I'm doing little circles from the hairline down to the top of the nose, across the eyebrows, 2 wee circles and then move, 2 wee circles and then move, down to the temples. Now when you're at the temples, you can give them a little circle as well. And then along the cheekbones towards the nose, this is you working on the sinus area. And then back along out towards the ears. Now when you get in front of the ears, we have a masseter muscle, which is our chewing muscle. Sometimes people tend to harbour a lot of tension there during the day. So you can give that muscle a nice big round rub and ease out any tension there. And then once you're happy, carry on with your small frictions along the chin until your fingers meet, and then back again along the jawline, up past the ears, along the zygomatic bones, back up towards the eyebrows, and back up towards the hairline. Now you can repeat that with just 2 small presses at each place, 2 little presses, but I'm not going to do it today. So we've got another wee move that I like, which is your fingers really gently just doing this kind of motion, and I call that feathering. You're just up from the eyebrow up to the hairline, really light and gentle. And then to kind of finish off, we're going to do an effleurage of the face. So you've got the heels of your hands on the forehead, and like in a prayer position, and you just pull down, change direction out towards the chin, and then back and back up. Again, I will do that 3 times. Down, out towards the direction of the chin, back in, and then the 3rd time, just lay both hands on the forehead. Take one hand off the forehead, put it on the top of the head, and take this hand off the forehead and gently take away the towel, and your client will know then that they're back to sitting upright position. So there's so many things you can do. I mean, you can even now, you can work on the shoulder muscle, you can work down the arms. If there are any tight spots along the shoulder blade, you could get in and work here. Sometimes you find a few knots around here as well. Again, down the other side. I like this move. This is one of the moves you use to finish off. It's like a little hug, but you're squeezing and lifting and then dropping. Squeeze and lift and drop. So to finish off, we're going to come back out of the person's aura, go back up to the top of the head and notice if you feel any heat sensations or any cool sensations. Come back down the sides of the face, along the shoulders, and then you just give your hands a wee shake and shake off any negative energy you may have. And this is where your towel comes in handy, because you can wrap it around your client, signifying that the end of the treatment is here. I would then ask my client to lean forward and relax, or stay upright if they wish, whilst I get them a glass of water. So, thank you for being my model today. That's okay. And thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you like to see some more videos, and don't forget to hit like, and I'll see you next month for a new video on the therapies. I'll be back before then with other videos, but if you're interested in holistic therapies, then I'll be back next month with another video. Until then, bye bye!